guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with my next How to Kill a Kit with Style video. And this is the third layout that I have made with my kit so far. And so if you want to check out the playlist, they are all there, as well as the contents of my kit. And so today I wanted to grab some of the paper out of that 12 by 12 paper pad that a bunch of you guys had requested that I include in the kit this time. And so I am pulling out one of the more subtle papers, and so this one is kind of this teal turquoise color with a tone-on-tone dot pattern on it, and I'm going to be working with an 8.5 by 11 layout this week. So often when I feel like I need a change or I want my creativity sparked or something like that, what I will do is change the size or the format of the layout that I'm working with. So I went ahead and cut it just a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11, and then I backed it with that diagonal paper from Amy Tangerine that I had stuck into this kit. And if you watch my channel, you know that that is one of my absolute favorite pattern papers. And so I'm using just a tiny bit of it to kind of peek out behind my background. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this kind of diagonal border across the top of the page. And so I have taken two more of the pattern papers that came in that paper pad and used those to create this detail. So I have that pink that has a pattern that is a little bit dated. So it's not bright and brand new and fresh. It's a pattern that is something that has been around for a long time. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a bunch of my sequins from SpiegelMom scraps and spice it up a little bit. So it is, you know, like I said, it's a little more basic pattern. It's something that's been around for a long time. It's nothing new and fresh, but we're going to make it new and fresh. And then underneath it, I have layered that scripty paper with the gold foiling, and I really like the kind of pop that that adds to it. So then what I want to do on the bottom portion of my layout is I'm going to create kind of a grid, and these are using the circle stickers that came in the Chamel sticker book. And so I had put this particular sticker book inside my Kill a Kit for June, and so I wanted to go ahead and pull out a bunch of these circles. And so I'm using a 4x4 photo that I have put a tiny white cardstock background around. And so I'm just filling in kind of all the gaps in my grid with these circle stickers. So some of them are partially transparent and some of them are not. So I'm just kind of trying to mix them around. And I'm trying to make sure that where I'm putting word stickers are where words are going to show. So you could kind of see how I started with some and now I'm filling in the rest with patterns, and I have words scattered around the outside of where my photo is going to sit. And so then I'm going to go ahead and I played a little bit up here with this detail up at the top, trying to decide if I wanted to add some circles up there, and I end up not going in that direction. But I am going to go ahead and grab my sequins from SpiegelMom Scraps, and the 3 packs that I have that I am working with today, I pull out that one that is the Rose Champagne Rose Wine Explosion, and I end up putting it back. But I do keep the yellow, which is Sprinkling Kindness, and then I also worked with Jaded Hearts, which is kind of the turquoise, and then Wild and Free, which has the pink. And so I took my sequins along with my Zots and added some frames around 3 of those circle stickers, and I put them kind of in a triangle around my photo. And I also made sure to put them where there were words inside. So I was kind of highlighting those words. And then I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of the yellow ones, and I'm adding to that pattern paper at the top. So this is where I talked about you can really take a little detail like sequins and add something really unique to an older paper that might have been a little bit dated. So even though this is a really basic pattern that's been around for a long time, adding in those sequin details really kind of brought it back to life. And so that was the goal up there, was to find a way to use something older out of my stash, but give it a pop of something new that's going to liven it up a little bit. And so sequins are something that I will often use for that particular purpose. And it did the same thing kind of in the bottom portion of the layout, where I highlighted a few words in those circle stickers with the sequins. It really draws your eye to those particular circles, so you could mix and match those with, they wouldn't have to just be with words. You could choose any circular element you wanted to highlight. So then I went ahead and grabbed my white thickers, and I pulled out the one that says Sweet Moment, and that's going to be my title down here on the bottom. And I really like using the white foam thickers here because it pulls in that piece of white scripty paper that I used up at the top of the layout. And so I really like how those two things kind of balanced each other out. And I did add just a couple of the little foam heart stickers as well. And I'm just flipping back through the sticker book because I feel like there's a space in the top right hand corner of this photo where I want something. And I don't really know what it is. But I also know that I have a little bit of gold detail up at the top of my layout. So I feel like I need a little bit of gold down at the bottom part of the layout. So I went ahead and grabbed some of these flower stickers, and I took two that had the same center element. So that yellow or that pink flower in the middle is the same flower on the bottom layer and the top layer. And so what I did is I just layered them up together, and I put some dimensional adhesive in the middle. So rather than having just a flat sticker, now I have a dimensional 3D kind of floral arrangement up there, and you'll be able to see that a little better in the close-up pictures. But that's basically going to do it. So a few different key things that I did with my Kill-A-Kit. I switched my size to 8.5 by 11 to spice things up. I used my sequins to create frames to highlight certain embellishment sticker elements. And then I updated an old kind of outdated pattern paper with a pop of color. And so I hope you will try one of those three things, and I'll be back to see you soon. Bye!